What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a great day. If you're new here, make sure to check out the links in the top comment that I pin. It's going to have a link to my podcast called Michael on the Mic. It's going to have a link to getting 4 free stocks when you download the Webull investing app, and also a link to our private investing community where I do talk about when I buy or sell stocks. I don't buy them every day, but when I do, I let you guys know. So anyways, today we're going to talk about Chamath, some big news about SPACs that are going on that he's been talking about, also with IPOD and IPOF. So currently, IPOD is sitting right around $12.27 per share. It is tanked significantly from the last month. It's down 24%, just like basically every other SPAC out there right now. On top of this, IPOF, it's down under $12. It's at $11.89, down from highs of about $16 just a month ago. Really, all the SPACs have taken a massive hit because they are these high risk, high reward investments. So right now, the reason why these stocks have gone down, it's not because anything has changed with the deals going on with the actual stocks. IPOD and IPOF have never had a deal. They have never confirmed a merger. They're still only been in talks. They're still just Chamath's SPACs where he's looking to make deals, bring companies public. So really, in a normal market, before a SPAC announces its merger, it should be around that $10 range, and that's been something that we're seeing a lot more now. A lot of the SPACs that had no merger yet, they rose pretty significantly, even without any news. We saw it with Lucid Motors. We saw it with a bunch of other companies. But now it's sort of come back to reality, and these SPACs are sitting closer to that $10 range before they announce a merger. And I read this Bloomberg article, and they're saying that the SPAC party is over. They had some good points in it. I don't agree with everything, but essentially, they explain how SPACs are listed cash shells that merge with private businesses in order to take them public. They've become the dominant way for companies to raise equity in the U.S. There have been well over 200 new blank check companies that have raised $70 billion this year in 2021 alone already. And they go on to explain how, given what's happening with the stock market, we saw, a significant correction in the high risk, high reward stocks and the tech stocks, and given what's going on in the bond market, they explain how investors are becoming unwilling to pay a very high premium for these speculative SPACs. They explain how a future stream of earnings, high revenue numbers for these companies in the future, the potential of that isn't worth the risk right now for a lot of investors. So dozens of SPACs, as a result of this, are trading below the $10 price target, the price at which they sold shares for. And they said, really, that's how it should be in a normal market. They shouldn't go above $10 until you know what company they're merging with, until the merger is even complete. So big news with Chamath, though, is that Chamath has secretly filed for another 7 SPACs. So he's 7 more SPACs with the SEC. This is as a result of all of the success he's had this past year with companies like Opendoor Technologies, Clover Health, Virgin Galactic, SoFi. He's taken about 4 or 5 companies public via SPACs. They've done extremely well. Everyone likes Chamath, it seems like, in the investing community. They want to put money behind him, and that is why he reportedly filed for 7 new SPACs with the SEC. We don't know what companies he's looking at yet. We don't know what's going on, when we'll have the stock ticker symbols, but what we do know is that he filed for 7 additional ones. In addition to this, Chamath, earlier this week, he sold about 6.2 million shares of Virgin Galactic, sold out of his entire position, about $211 million. He did this, he explained, so he has more capital to be able to use in these new investments he's making. So whether that's for these new SPACs, taking new companies public, he said he needs that money in order to make these new investments. And so now he no longer owns any positions in Virgin Galactic. This caused a lot of people to worry. Chamath is a really big name in the investing community, and for him to take money out, it really got a lot of people worried. However, at this point, if you're looking at IPOD or IPOF, they're at much better prices than they were, but you have to remember that any SPAC is very speculative. Even before merger, even if they've already announced the company they're merging with, the deal still can fall through. It's most likely it won't. But either way, you have to remember these are high risk, high reward investments like we've always said. So you could 5, 10x your money in 5 years. But you also could lose 50% of your money like a lot of people have with some of these SPACs out there. We're going to go over in a video later today. I'm going to talk about STPK. That my mind hasn't changed on at all, just like all these other SPACs. All the SPACs I speak about, I'm very confident long-term in them. But if you're talking about IPOD or IPOF, you're really just investing in them because you believe in Chamath. There's no company behind them. You're just investing in them because you think that Chamath will be able to find quality companies, take them public, and do a very good job with it. I think Chamath is a very smart guy. I think a lot of people are just investing behind him. He's built up a great reputation. And because of that, I don't think there's any problem investing in IPOD or IPOF. Once a merger is announced, these are probably the best SPACs to be invested in right now if you're looking at any of them that haven't announced a merger, just because of Chamath. His name carries a lot of weight in the investing community, and investing in these at $11, $12 per share, while it still is above the price where they should be at $10, you're paying a bit of a premium just because I guess they are Chamath's SPACs. Just remember though, these are high risk, high reward investments. They could pay off massive, but the good news is with these, they're not going to go below $10 a share. So your downside at this point has been limited significantly. So that's really all I got to say with IPOF, IPOD, Chamath, his 7 new SPACs, and how he sold his position in Virgin Galactic. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Let me know in the comments down below which stock you want me to talk about in the next video, and I'll make sure to include those in my upcoming videos. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to get your 4 free stocks, each valued up to $1,600, when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.